Okay, what you're going to want to do is open the lid. What you're going to do to take this cover off is there's a screw right here and there's a screw right there. You can just loosen them up. That's all you have to do. It's 2 screws. And this cover comes off just like that. Okay. Then on the bottom, you just pull it back a little bit. On the bottom, it's got little clips down at the very bottom. All you're going to do then is you can just kind of work this, lift it up a little bit so it comes off. You see how that came off? And same thing with the other side. Alright, and then what I mean by clips or little hangers, you can see the the little things that it catches on there. Okay, and then it catches on this piece right here. Okay, so once you got the cover off, you're looking at everything right there. Okay, here's the solenoid that we're going to make an adjustment on, the yellow one right here, as you can see. What happens is the solenoid, this is a magnetic solenoid, so what it does is it sucks this plate up, which behind there, I don't know if you can see it, but see how that goes up like that? Well, that grabs a gear and lets a gear go, and that has a lot to do with the timing. If what's happening is this little pad that's in here gets worn out and it gets a little sticky. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull this solenoid out, clean up that area in there, and make a little adjustment, and that fixed my service call 15H. So we'll pull that out in a second and I'll show you what we did. It's pretty simple to pull out. There's just this one little Phillips head screw right here. You just undo that and you pull the unit out. Okay, once we have this solenoid out, you can see, I'll show you right under there, there's a little pad. See that little pad right in here? That little pad gets sticky, watch. See that? See how that sticks? That little delay causes the gear to skip a gear or two when it's supposed to hold it in place for the timing, and that's what throws it off. So that could be causing a lot of different problems, from margins on the top to the service call 15 error, which is the one that I was getting, and also a paper jam in the upper roller there. So just the air, the paper wouldn't jam, I would just get an error. So what we're going to do, we're going to clean that, scrape that little pad off, and put something else in there. So I'll show you what we're doing. Okay, so what I did is I found some of these little felt tips, little felt things like for a door or a cupboard or whatever. It's a little, you have to get them on a little strip like that. What I did is I took that and I got a pair of scissors, or you can use whatever you got, and I just cut it in half. That way when you put it on and you put it underneath, you don't want it to get in the way of that. See that little silver round thing in there? You don't want it to get in the way of that, because that's actually magnetic and that pulls that lever up. So we just want to put that in there. So what I'm going to do is just put that in, sticky side up, set it on there, and then I'll push the lever up to secure it. So I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, here we go. I put it in there. You can see how it clears the silver thing so it doesn't get in the way there. And then I just put it in there, and now you can see it pads it. Again, I just squeeze it really tight because you want to kind of flatten it out just a little bit, and that'll do it. See it? Doesn't stick anymore. So I hope that helps. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this, you're going to just feed that back in there like that. Just get it all in place. Okay, got the solenoid in. It's all ready to go. And while you're at it, my printer was making a lot of noise when it was warming up and everything. So I got a little bit of grease, and I greased up this wheel a little bit, and I just turned it. You can kind of grab it here and turn it, put a little bit on, and then just grease it up a little bit. That made a big difference. It quieted it down quite a bit. I put some little bit of grease on that wheel with a little screwdriver. I just stuck it in there and just put a little bit all the way around it. Also did a little bit up here. Alright. Anyway, let's turn it on. So I left the cover off so you can kind of see what happens in there. Now, in order to do this, you have to hold this switch if you wanted to check it out. You have to hold this switch when you turn it on. So let me go ahead and do that. Turning it on. Okay, it's a lot quieter. But watch that little solenoid there. Watch how that works. See that? So here it comes. See that? It clicked twice. Doesn't stick to the tab. That's it. That was what the problem was. When it sticks to the tab, it skips one of those little ears that's supposed to catch in there, and that causes everything to get out of timing, and then the timing messes everything up, the printing, and that's where I was getting that service call 15H error. Now I don't get that error anymore.